I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. If you wish to speak this evening, please fill out a request to speak form and turn it in to the Planning Commission Secretary. You'll have 3 minutes to speak.
And then just as I think IT was identifying, just make sure you're speaking into the microphone so it can get picked up on that.
Like this? All right, here we go. All right, Chris, would you like to take a roll call, please?
Commissioner Wolf, Commissioner Rekstad,
Present.
Commissioner Hicks, Commissioner Brzee, Commissioner Beck,
Here.
Vice Chair Markarian,
Here?
Chair Algauer.
Thank you. So with 4 of us here, we have a quorum to proceed. And at this time, is there any public comment?
No public comment on items not on the agenda.
Thank you. Moving right along to the consent agenda. We have 2 items on the consent agenda. We have the minutes from October 6th, and we have item number 2, which is the Lakeview Estates, case number 21-102, land use compliance review. These are the consent agenda items. Do I have a motion to approve the consent
I'll
agenda?
motion to approve that.
Thank you. I have a second.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. At this time, do we have any public hearing? Yes?
Yep, so you can open the public hearing.
We're going to open the public hearing.
And so the first item, number 3, is case number 20-128, and Maddie will be doing our presentation for that project.
All right.
Thank you, Vice Chair Markarian. Sorry, it's booting up. Okay, so this is item number 3 submitted by the applicant Eagle Yucaipa 55 and is case number 20-128, which is a conditional use permit and density bonus agreement for the development and architectural review of an age-restricted 6-plex for individuals who are 55 years or older, and also includes 3 development code concessions as a part of the density bonus agreement, as well as a variance for a reduction in the minimum side yard setback requirement. The site is on the northeast corner of the intersection of County Line Road and 5th Street. It's a vacant 0.463 acre parcel, and the zoning is multiple residential RM10M. Surrounding development includes single-family residences, as well as the Villas Senior Housing Development, which is directly across the street from this subject site. The proposed project is intended to function as an extension of the existing development across the street, which was developed in partnership with the City of Yucaipa as case number 17-118/LUCR. And so just kind of a point of clarification on the difference between this project being a CUP and the one across the street being an LUCR is that the Villas site is actually zoned RM24, which allows a maximum density of 24 units per acre, and per our development code, that application is subject to administrative level review and an architectural review by the Planning Commission, and isn't a full CUP with a public hearing component. The site plan is on the screen now and provided for you, and indicates a housing density of 12.94 dwelling units per acre per the density bonus request. Our development code allows for a maximum of 17.4 dwelling units per acre with a density bonus agreement. So they could actually have 8 units on site, but are only proposing 6. It will be located within one 2-story building, all of those 6 units, and again are age restricted for 55 years or older. Parking will include 16 spaces, which will allow for 2 tandem spots within that. And access is going to be provided by a 26-foot drive aisle off of County Line Road. There's additional consideration for right-of-way dedication, which will be required for this project in order to accommodate the city's future roundabout plans located at County Line Road. And engineering can hopefully speak to some of those future plans later if you have any questions. The site will allow for 40% to be landscaped and will include a private shade canopy with a barbecue area for residents. The floor plans are on the screen now. As I mentioned, it's a 6-plex. They'll all be 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom units with approximately 876 square feet of habitable living space. This habitable space reduction is proposed to be approved as an incentive request, which I'll explain on the next screen. And per our RM requirements, all units will have decorative doors, a refrigerator, washer and dryer, and oversized closets. So delving into these incentive requests a little bit more. So applicant has agreed to construct at least 30% of the total units for low-income households, 15 for very low-income households, and therefore qualifies for 3 incentives pursuant to state law associated with density bonus agreements. And then, so per our development code, the applicant has requested the following 3 incentives, which are detailed on the screen below, and I'll explain a little further. One is for the reduction in the minimum 2-bedroom dwelling unit size. Typically, for multifamily developments, we require 900 square feet of habitable living space, but this proposal is for 876 square feet. As well, there's a proposed reduction in the minimum private open space requirement from 150 square feet to 96 square feet on ground floor units and 100 square feet to 98 square feet on units with balconies. And finally, a reduction in the minimum front yard setback, which is supposed to be 30 feet and will be 22 feet with this proposal. All of these development concessions are considerably practical given the unique configuration of this lot and the requirements for future right-of-way dedication, as well as the demographic of the site being for senior residents. There's additionally a minor variance proposed with this application for the reduction in side yard setback along the western property line from 20 feet to 17.8 feet. It's circled on the screen above and encompasses the corner of the building for additional outdoor patio area space. Staff recommends adopting the required findings due to physical constraints on the site because of the unique shape of the property and this future roundabout improvement. In terms of architecture, the structure is one building. It will be 31 feet at peak height and will primarily consist of stucco siding painted in Fairmont gold and fresh gray. It has a very Spanish architectural influence with red clay tile roofs and curved archways over balcony areas, as well as kind of my favorite part is the decorative Spanish tile accents proposed surrounding the windows on the ground floor units. The projecting tower elements across the structure add increased building articulation and kind of depth and dimension to that structure. Additionally, there will be decorative metal railings, which will serve as a protective guard on the balconies and then delineate private open space on ground floor units. There's a colored rendering proposed on the screen right now. And then in terms of landscaping, decorative tubular steel fence with a maximum height of 4 feet with enhanced landscaping is proposed as an entry statement for the site. There'll be a cobblestone infiltration BMP area, which will help satisfy drainage requirements. Additionally, a raised garden bed area for planting by residents, which is kind of a unique component of this project. Parking will be adjacent to the eastern and rear property line and is shielded and screened from by 4 larger cedar trees and kind of shrubs in between those trees. Perimeter fencing will be along the north property line. It isn't explicitly detailed at this time, but will be required to be at minimum, a long-lasting fence of some sort, such as vinyl. Also, fencing will be required on the eastern rear property line per our city's objective design standards, and it's not at this point indicated, but has been added as a condition of approval. Here's a photo of the existing site. You can kind of see the unique curvature from this angle. This is County Line Road from this vantage point. Here's a photo of the existing development across the street, the Villas, which is the 96-unit senior development project. Notices of the project were sent, and I received 1 letter and 2 phone calls asking for particularly clarification on the location and scope of work. One resident expressed concern over having open space removed from kind of their site, and were under the impression that when they purchased their property, this was open space. However, it's its own unique area, and both their property and this property are zoned for multifamily residences and do allow for that use. Additionally, I clarified that the 6 proposed units on the site are actually 12.95 dwelling units per acre density, and on this site could be a maximum of 17.4. In terms of environmental review, both the CUP component of the project and the minor variants are exempt. The CUP is exempt as infill development, and the minor variance is exempt because of it being a minor alteration in land use limitations for a building encroachment, which is otherwise in compliance with applicable city ordinances and regulations. So it's staff's recommendation that you approve the project and density bonus agreement minor variance and subsequent findings associated with those approvals, adopt a categorical exemption for the CUP and minor variance, and direct staff to file a notice of exemption. I'm here to answer any questions, as well as the engineering department, and the applicant is here if you have any specific questions for him as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Maddie. Commissioners, any questions of the staff? All right. Applicant, would you like to make a presentation, sir? Just come up to the mic, state your name and your address.
Good evening, Honorable Vice Chairman, I guess, right? Chairman?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, members of the Planning Commission staff. David Molnarski, 413 McKay Drive, San Bernardino, California, with TransTech Engineers representing Eagle Development. It's good to be back in front of the body again. We were here a few years back for the Villa project across the street, and this is, as Madeline indicated, this is an extension. It's a rather small extension of that project, but we were happy to receive a call from the city to ask if we were interested in doing something with the vacant property that they acquired, and then with the roundabout project coming along as well, we were happy to try to provide some more affordable housing for the city and their desire to get some additional housing credits for their RENA numbers. But everything that was presented by staff is accurate. We agree with the conditions of approval. They outlined completely why the variance is being requested because of the odd shape of the property. I would point out that the closest point of the project's front yard is 22 feet, but midway in the block, it's well over 40 feet. So we tried to work within, the constraints that we were given for the property. Although we could have had maybe 8 units, it just didn't fit the character of the neighborhood. It's adjacent to a mobile home park, and I think the letter you received is probably from the owner to the north, who I believe they recently acquired that property in the last few months, so you have some new residents there. But we're just excited to be doing another project in your city. If you have any questions, we're here to answer them, and I guess that's about it. I don't know, Madeline, anything else I need to add to that, or no?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks.
All right, do we have any public comments on this item?
No public comments on this item.
And I'm gonna close public hearing at this point, and commissioners? Tony, you have anything to add? Any questions for staff or the applicant?
None for me.
None for
Richard?
me. No.
The only question I have, because I am familiar with that intersection, is, and I don't know, I'll direct that to staff first before I bother you to step up, is the entrance and the exit of this property is gonna be on County Line and Fifth Street, correct?
No, just off of County Line.
Okay, so just that entrance and exit is gonna be off of County Line.
One
How
entrance.
far before the traffic light, the intersection? Do we know?
Looks like it's as far back as they can put it on the east side of the property.
Yes, as far kind of use as it can be, and then design with both the current configuration
thinking the same
and then the roundabout design in mind.
Yeah, it's because it curves, and I'm familiar with that. If there's something we can do to make sure that people enter and exit there carefully, are people gonna be able to make a left turn into this, coming off of County Line?
So they will be able to make a left turn off of County Line, but I would also like to point out, as you can see, there's kind of two right-of-way lines on this property. What it shows is this project in the existing condition, but also in the proposed condition. So we will be removing the traffic signal at this location and constructing a roundabout.
Oh, that's right.
That roundabout will have traffic calming properties, so the traffic will actually be going slower through the roundabout. And so I think, I hear your concern about the traffic coming in and out, but I think that the construction of that roundabout will actually help address that issue.
All right, and then there would be a left turn right past the roundabout into the
Yeah, so
property.
you can't see the design here. There will be a little bit of, it's called like a lamb chop median basically, but the driveway will be outside of that, and so they will be able to turn left off of County Line Road.
So, just trying to visualize it, it's gonna look like if you're going down from Yucaipa Boulevard, past the Second Street roundabout, going into that tire shop, it's gonna look something like that?
It will look similar to that. I'm sorry. Oh, they don't can't go. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if we have an image that shows that. I don't think we have it. No, I'm sorry. Landon just pointed out actually that median does go past that driveway approach, so they will not be able to make a left turn across
Okay,
County
yeah,
Line
because that
Road.
would be a dangerous left turn to make.
Yeah, the ultimate roundabout design drawings that are Calamasa is going out to bid with and will be under construction probably within the next 6 months to a year. They do have the transition from the dual lane roundabout down to the single lanes that are one lane in each direction going over to the east. So that median island at the pork chop location Katrina was referring to will allow for the pedestrian crosswalk at that location, but there's another island that will extend easterly beyond the proposed drive approach.
All right, so they would have to go and come back, make a U-turn somewhere. Well, if they go the roundabout, they can come in it off of Fifth. So the only entrance and exit is off of County Line.
County Line Road.
So whoever is going off the freeway is gonna have to go past the roundabout, maybe around Fourth, get in that shopping center and exit and come back to it, right?
Or to the roundabout that's also proposed to the easterly and come back around through the
Okay.
other proposed roundabout. That would be another way. Those roundabout improvements right now are proposed to be constructed under one contract and phased in.
For Fifth and Fourth Street?
So, I don't believe Fourth
It's
Street.
Fifth and Third. I believe there's one
Yeah,
at
Third, Second, California, Bryant, all the way up County Line Road. So the next one I think would be at Third.
Right, so they'll be able to do, a legal U-turn within that roundabout, just a block
A
of.
block up,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so we're gonna make sure that median is long enough for people not to make that U-turn over
Yeah,
there.
the key word is legal. Because
Correct.
there will be U-turns made there, but I mean, I know that. We all know
Yeah.
that, And that's an
So-
unfortunate thing. I see how it's designed. That was the only thing I thought of when Chris mentioned. Access in any regard at that intersection is horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, no
it's-
matter how you design it,
And-
you can't make a good access and egress to that.
And I love the project, I think it's great. I just wanted to note if we could just give a little more attention, because this is gonna be 55 and over, So these are not the fastest response time.
Hey.
Sorry, Tony. But I just want to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
Yes, and as mentioned, the roundabout has a traffic calming component, so it will actually help that condition more than the traffic signal that's there now.
All right.
Yeah, the approach coming from the east toward the proposed approach and the roundabout, it's all designed with that island we're talking about to reduce the entry speed. So that's the speed, the traffic calming Katrina's referring to will reduce the speed even before they get to the proposed approach for the project and the roundabout.
Okay, and then
itself.
coming down County Line towards the freeway, will they have a right turn pocket lane for them to enter into this project?
No,
All right, so they would have to stop and then turn within the lane.
there would be a shoulder and a bike lane, I think is proposed right there as you approach the intersection. So there would be probably space, I believe it's wide enough for cars to continue through. And even beyond that to the east, the traffic calming really slows people down. So the speeds coming even before they get to the approach coming west will be really a lot slower as with the measures in
All right,
place.
if you guys thought that's the best design, then I guess that's the best design. I'm just bringing this up for our attention here to see if we could have a right turn pocket lane, for them to make that right turn, or definitely extend, like Lloyd said, the median to make sure no one is making an illegal left turn or U-turn. Those are my only comments I have. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it at this point. if any.
Another thing that I wanted to point out too, though, is in terms of the affordability component of this project, a lot of the reductions in parking for senior projects and those associated with density bonuses come from the fact that there's an expectation for less cars. There was only 6 units here too. And there's a transit stop down the street with Omnitrans, so that might be something to consider, that maybe some of these renters wouldn't even have a vehicle. So.
That's a good point. My grandma lives at Yucaipa Crest, and I visit. So I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about their crazy relatives that could go there too. But that's just something that I wanted to bring up. So thank you, Landon. Thank you. All right. If there's no other comments or discussion, would anyone like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the case number 20-128, the conditional use permit and density bonus agreement, and all that goes with it, architectural review, everything, and the recommendations of A through D.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right. They're both seconding it. So, all in favor?
Take your pick.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, motion passes. Thank you so much. Good luck. Appreciate it. You did a great job with the villas too, so I have no doubt. Thank you. All right, moving right along. Item number 4.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Markarian. Item number 4 is brought before you by Luis Valdez, case number 21-149, an SUP and architectural review of a 12-foot tall, 1,068 square foot unpermitted detached metal garage located on a single-family residential property at 13145 7th Place. It is located on a 0.33 acre parcel located within the RS 20M single residential 20,000 square foot minimum lot size district. It's surrounded by single-family residences to the north, south, and east, and a mobile home park to the west. The site plan is here. It's currently improved with a 1,668 square foot single-family residence, 600 square foot garage, and an unpermitted 1,068 square foot detached metal garage, with all structures fitting within the RS 20M setbacks. These are the elevations of the structure. It's actually kind of surrounded by some trees, so it's hard to get the other sides of it, but it's approximately 12 feet at peak height. And the color of the garage is white, siding with gray trim and roof to match the primary unit. It comprises of 3 roll-up doors on the south and side elevation. These are the existing site photos. As you can see, it matches pretty well with the primary residence. Project notices were sent to surrounding property owners, and only one response was received indicating that he was supportive of the structure remaining as is. So it is staff recommendation that you review the architectural design of the existing unpermitted metal structure, approve and adopt the special use permit findings, adopt a categorical exemption, and direct staff to file a notice of exemption. Unfortunately, the applicant couldn't make it tonight, but if you have any questions, hopefully I can help.
Thank you, Christian. It was fairly simple. We have any public comments on this item?
No public comments on this item.
All right, thank you. Public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, discussion? Tony?
Nothing.
Nothing. This is easy one.
No.
Right?
No.
Right?
No, no.
All right, I don't have anything. We have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve agenda item number 4, case number 21-149, special use permit and architectural review for the existing metal structure with recommendations A through D.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion passes. All right. I said 30 minutes. I still got 4 to go. All right. We have any announcements?
Just only, I guess, 2. So we won't have a plan commission meeting, the first meeting in November, but most likely the second meeting in November, we will have a number of items. And then more of an update. So the Yucaipa Valley Wine Country Planning Committee had a lively but productive meeting and discussion yesterday. And so some of the land use plan and elements will be going to a study session with city council probably sometime in November. So I just wanted to give an update for the plan commission as that will slowly make its way back to the plan commission at large. And that's all I have for everyone tonight.
That's awesome. I heard that AVA committee meeting went really well too, so. All right. If nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Piece of cake. There you go.